So this one, I am a person who needs physical intimacy, but my man is always tired, and when he isn't, I am not really ever satisfied. We have been together forever, and I feel bad for having these thoughts, but I don't want to sign up for a life of disappointing sex. Am I selfish? I don't want to leave him. How do I tell him that I want more?
You selfish. Welcome back to Relate Right.
I'm Elle.
And I'm Fab.
And here at Relate Right, we are all about relationships and helping you connect better with each other. And today is our first episode of the new chapter of Relate Right, where we're going to have a little Q&A session. And it's all thanks to you, our Relate Right family. So thank you so much for sending through all your amazing questions.
Yes. And secret.
And there's probably a couple of juicy ones that feel like they're a secret.
No,
it's all anonymous. So
yeah.
they're all a secret.
It's going to be hot.
It's
going to be hot. Don't worry, we don't know your name. We don't know anything.
Yeah, we don't know nothing. It's literally anonymous.
And it's even better like that. So.
I think so. And we're not going to sit here and try and guess who's who, obviously. But, or maybe.
I guess even if it's your friends, you don't know,
No, honestly. Yeah, like, if it's something that you don't really talk about. But, I mean, how many people go through the same stuff? So it could be anybody, really.
True.
You know what I mean?
True. But it's funny sometimes we receive the question and we're like, oh, who asked this? You're like,
Okay, people going through it.
Yeah. Yeah.
But before we get started, what's been your highlight this last week?
Wow. What's my highlight?
Like something that you're proud of.
I feel like the thing that I'm proud of, you know what? It's the fact that we are changing a little bit the podcast, because at first that's what we wanted to do at first.
Yeah.
The style that as when we talk, we are funny, we are goofy and together, and we are joking and things like that. We kind of, I won't say forget this part.
Yeah.
But we were like, let's be a bit more serious, because it's serious subject, and we are talking about relationship, and people are maybe waiting for more to look like knowledgeable. You need to look like more serious,
Yeah.
That's why so I'm like, now I'm happy that we're gonna be a bit more ourselves, even if we were ourselves, but more like without any barrier, We're gonna be like, let's do it,
Yeah, I definitely think, like, in the beginning, obviously, we never filmed before, right? Like, anything. Like, when we started our podcast, we were both super new to the experience, and, like, watching yourself, preparing, all the stuff, like, we were doing at home, just talking freely and, like, being ourselves and, talking a bit of shit. Sometimes when you're, like, the camera's kind of in your face, you're like, ooh, maybe I do need to be like a little bit more, presentation style, but like you don't want to put yourself in a box either. So I feel like really, really excited about this.
Yeah, Sam. That's why when you asking, I was thinking about something, but this is the most exciting part of this week, because I was thinking because we think about it since a week now, and all the week I was like, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. I feel that, That's what I feel. Of course, our daughter is always the best thing that happen in the week. But on top of it, there is this.
She's 7 months today. That's what I'm proud of.
Yeah. 7 months, already growing.
Oh my God. She's the best. And she's so chatty. She's going to be up in this podcast in no time.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Just saying her piece and her opinions. My favorite part is when you tell her, express yourself, baby. That's my favorite part.
Yeah. I mean, we didn't put her on social media like all of the other people on social media to get money and views and like.
Yeah, we'll probably go viral.
We go viral if we put her. She's so beautiful. That's my baby. But that wasn't the goal. I feel bad to do. I don't know what. I always feel bad to. Even if sometimes I'm like, oh, this picture will be. Oh, this video will be so good on social media, and after I'm like, I don't want her to. I don't know. I don't want to share.
I know
her face and just like
that's
that.
How I
feel. Social media, you know. I don't know. It's feel.
Yeah, because like last week we made this reel and we actually used like a family video. It was like a voiceover and I was super excited about it. I really thought it was so beautiful and we were going to wait to share it, right? On Instagram. And I don't know, like as the days went by, I'm like, I don't know that I want to share this. Yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah. I feel like she's not ready and she doesn't even know that it's a thing.
Yeah. I mean, you start the things, you start to do it, you prepare the reels and things like that just to see, you say, wow, it's beautiful. And when you're like, oh, should I post it? And you're like, nah.
Right.
You know, this type of things. That's what happened to me as well. I did it as well. And I'm like, no, I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't care.
I don't know. I don't think it's the time yet. You know what I mean? Like there's still plenty of time for her to be knowledgeable about social media or have a social media presence. I mean, it's the future. So all our kids are going to eventually have some sort of social media presence, whether you like it or not. So it can't wait. It can't wait.
I'm going to see about that.
And just kind of wanted to share before we get started in the Q&A, like the thing that I'm most proud of, apart from...
Oh, yeah, I didn't ask.
Obviously.
My bad.
Yeah, I know, right? Like, do you even... Are you even going to ask me anything?
My bad.
No, I just think like I feel like we had a revelation with this new podcast style that we want to do, but it's not about the podcast style. It's about our communication, like running a business together, you know what I mean? Or running a project together, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
I just kind of felt like I was really, really proud of the fact that we both were able to express ourselves around what we were thinking. Like, we, over the last few months, have been so considerate over each other, but not realizing that actually we were being inconsiderate by not saying, like, what we needed to say to each other.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you mean that. Okay, I was like, what she's talking about? Yeah, okay, you mean the fact that, we realized that. I mean, you can go into details. You can say it.
Yeah,
you can talk about the details. I'm like, the thing is, I'm going to tell you.
Yeah.
We were working and everyone had, I would say, its part to play. Yes. But
everyone means me and him, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And I would say that on the way, I feel like we lost our job, you know. We lost what we had to do.
Yes.
Separately.
Yeah.
For example, I had to take care of the editing and all these type of things, and she had to take care of the comment, the stories, all this type of thing on different platforms, and finally with a misunderstanding and maybe communication sometimes, because there is all the things happen. We have daughter, we have life around as well. Everything's happened. We didn't communicate well, and we misunderstood each other without communication.
Well,
that was a bit that.
I think it was definitely a miscommunication and a lack of communication, because obviously I'm looking after our daughter a little bit more because you're obviously busy, working as well, and I'm on maternity leave. So it feels like I have a lot of time, but I really don't. Like, I'm a new mom. You know what I mean? Like, I'm still getting the hang of things. And also, I've been working, my corporate job for like 10 years. And so having time off is like really valuable to me. And every day I think about going back to work, like in the next 5 months. So I'm trying to enjoy as well as focus on our business. But I also felt like what I envisioned, it really wasn't like coming through. And I didn't tell you that. And then also I got very comfortable with you taking the lead. And I was like, oh, okay, well, he can do it then because he likes to. And he's better at it than me. And I just assumed, I was like, well, he's better at it, so I'm going to let him do it.
Yeah, that's what the thing. I took the full lead.
Yeah.
Because me as well on my side, I feel like she wasn't in the thing enough.
Yeah.
While she stopped to be in the business and be how to say it, more
like I was just like showing up as the star of the show.
Yeah. And as she saw that I took the lead, and then she said okay, if we took the lead, and at the same time we, like I said, we kind of be more serious on the content. That's what we wanted to be at the beginning. It was more like a discussion and talking as we talk habitually. As the thing changed like that, because I decide this, I would say. She said, I feel like you were like, that's not what I wanted, but I guess he's no better, so.
Yeah, exactly. I was just like, well, I'm going to let him do it because he is more knowledgeable in this, and I'm not really like a social media junkie, for example.
I'm not a junkie too.
No, I just mean like
I'm trying to understand.
You know what I mean.
I'm joking.
Anyway, long story short, I was very, very proud of the fact that, I gave you some constructive feedback. You gave me some constructive feedback. And we realized that we both are very passionate about doing this together, and that we actually wanted the same thing.
I mean, the way we discover, you should say the way we discover it. We were in the car.
Yeah.
We were in the car talking, and we're like, but let's do it like that. I'm like, and she's like, but that's what I wanted at the beginning. And I'm like, but you didn't say anything. And she's like, but you take the lead, so I let you.
Exactly.
And this type of discussion, I'm sure you had this type of discussion as well. And we were like, but why you didn't tell me that? And after all the things start, and we start to, and after then we start to talk. We say, yeah, but you do this too much. You don't talk when you take this decision. Or I had the things as well. When I start some things, I start so many things, then I don't finish sometimes.
True.
And she tell me that as well. And after, so after, boom, the thing just,
it's true.
Just was in front of our eyes because we just talk. And,
yes.
That's the thing.
Exactly. And I think in that moment, we also realized that like the things that we both need to work on actually complement each other. So like Fab was saying, how I said he starts a bunch of stuff and doesn't finish it. And I'm the type of person like I am a doer. So like I get this weird inspiration at like 9:00 at night or like whenever. And I'll just like start doing stuff. And Fab's always like, are you okay? Like, what are you doing? Like, sit down, like rest. Yeah, and I'm like, I can't.
I'm a planner.
Right.
I'm planning.
And so like, how amazing is that though? Because I can push you to do and you can push me to plan.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And when I plan, you can do.
Yeah, that's like his dream, for him to like plan and for me to execute.
Yeah, but I mean that's good, that's good. Imagine if we were both planner.
Oh my God, we'd never do anything. we would still be planning. This podcast right now would still be on a freaking Word page. Anyway, well, I think we had like such a good week. And I am super excited to get into these questions. So I'm going to take my phone out. And by the way, Fab hasn't read these questions. And okay, I've read them. I didn't really think about them, but I read them. So I'm just super excited to delve into it. Okay. I'll be the question asker.
Let's do this.
All right. So first question. I'm going to like ask the ones that are a little bit maybe shorter first. And then we'll get into like
I would say the quickers. The quickers?
Yeah, the quickies.
The quickies.
All right, I'll wait till you finish drinking.
Let's do it.
Okay. I guess you can listen and drink. So this one is parenting. Father is very rarely at home. How to cope with that?
Father is rarely at home. I mean, you need to talk with father. I mean, because the question is really large. It's large because at home not at home because of what? Because of the job, because he's always partying with friends. Right. Because,
Does he work away from home? Like, does he go like 3 weeks to the mines and then comes back?
Yeah, so it's large. I guess she talk about work.
Yeah.
Or he. I don't know if she or he,
Well,
by the way.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's she because
it's a she because it's a father.
You don't know now. Huh?
True,
in this day and age, we don't
that's
know.
true.
Anyway,
That's true. Don't assume.
Yeah. I feel like you need to talk to the father. You need to talk to your husband. Or
right.
you need to talk to your partner. That's the best way to reorganize your family life.
Exactly.
If he work, I don't know, 5 days, prioritize the weekend. If he work the weekend, prioritize some day during the week.
Yeah.
Of course, sometimes the weekend, if he work the weekend or he work, not in the same time as you, because I guess she taking care of the child most of the time. Then you guys together need to find a way to organize the family life by the way.
Yes.
By the better way possible for you to enjoy time together.
Yeah.
That's the things. There is no secret on this. You need to find a way.
Yeah, but she's also asking like how to cope with that. So like let's just take the father away from the question maybe, right? So how does she as a woman, as a mother, cope with being alone a lot? You know what I mean? So like I guess what I would say is find activities for yourself and the child. Even mom's groups, if you have friends, do things with other people or try to. Make sure that, your child and yourself are getting as much activity in as possible while the dad is not home.
Yeah.
Another thing that I think is really, really important is as a mother, you need to take the lead of the household sometimes. And most of the time, well, yeah. And you need to basically set your husband's schedule.
Yeah, that's why I say reorganize. You need to reorganize.
But very specifically, like set his schedule. Like on this and this day, this is what we're doing.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Yeah.
You know best when he actually has time.
And as a man, I can say I can tell you that woman, we need that.
Because
if you don't do it, if you don't say it, and you always under us, then we always gonna take the things who is easier for us.
Yeah, I mean, he's gonna come home and watch TV because he can. But if you organize, because he's tired, so that's what he's gonna want to do. However, like once he's out there doing the fun things that you've planned, he's gonna be happy he did it.
Yep. Yeah.
So
that's a fact.
Yeah, I mean, talk to him about what days are best, how many days a week you guys want to do that. If you have support around you, have date nights twice a month, spend that time together. In regards to like just coping with your kid though, you have to have some sort of schedule around being outside of the house.
Yeah, fucking.
You gotta do the walks, the swimming classes, the socializing, whatever makes you feel happy and good. You should do that. And you know what? I think that kids, like, I think a lot of people plan their life around what the kids want, but the kids just want to be with you. So whatever you're kind of doing, you can make it fun for them.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm totally agree with that, and I'm not gonna add nothings.
All right. I hope that helped. And I think it was a really, really good question. But if it didn't answer a question fully, definitely like put more of a scenario around it.
Yeah.
Explain exactly what the situation is so that we can have more insight when answering the question.
True. That's a good one.
The next one. Okay, this one is getting them on your good side after an argument. So I'm assuming this is like, how do you get your partner on your good side after you argue with them?
How do you get your partner on the good side?
Yeah, like how do you make up with them, basically? How do you make them happy again after arguing with them?
Wow.
I think everybody's different. Everybody's different.
Yeah, everybody's different. I mean, again, this question as well it's a large one because if your partner is a patient man, patient girls, I don't know if they are calm in generally and they're not angry. They're not easy irritable.
Yeah.
It will be easier for you to, after the argument, do some things together and totally maybe forget it or maybe get over it.
Yeah.
But if it's the contrary, then it's another it's another history. It's another topic.
Yeah, I mean, how do you get them on your good side? Like, don't annoy them. Most people want to be left alone. Most people, you got to know your partner, right?
But what does mean on the good side? Mean just like
I guess like make up and make them happy again.
Okay.
Yeah. So like, I mean, there's steps before you do that, right? So you definitely like with you. I know I got to leave you alone for a little bit.
Yeah.
And for me, like most of the time, I just want a hug afterwards.
Yeah, but the thing, for example, she wanna hug, but I'm angry as well. So,
yeah. But I just want to hug. Yeah. But if I'm like really, really, really mad, then I want my space.
Yeah.
But I don't think I've ever been like really, really, really mad at you. So I've never really needed space. So.
Yeah.
But you're a person who just like needs your space.
Oh, I need my space. Because I'm not an easy irritable person.
Yeah, you're like chill.
So it takes time. So if I'm really mad, it means like you push me. Then when you push me, then for sure, I don't want to see you. I need my time.
Yeah.
So give me my time. I come back by myself. And sometimes that's one of the answer for this. Sometimes you need to know how to give time.
Yeah.
On top of it, if it was your fault.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's the thing. If it was your fault, give time. Understand that it was your fault. Maybe, I don't know, do pancakes or things like that.
Yeah, no, we know food is always a great way to cheer the person up. Like, like if he's mad at you or she's mad at you and you know their favorite food, but you've given them time and let's say like you're downstairs.
Yeah, do it.
Like the smell of the food that they like is gonna draw them back in, and they're gonna come down happy.
You doing pancake? Yeah. You got it. You got it. Straight away.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Their favorite food. That's a good answer. All right. I'm just like looking through the ones that are. Oh, okay. I saw this on the Shade Room. Is it worse when men cheat or when women cheat? I know what Fab's answer is gonna be. Do you guys know? Have you met him yet?
Is it worse when men cheat or women cheat?
Yeah.
This question is a bullshit because both of them are equally.
Yeah.
They're gonna all those guys are gonna tell me, oh, it works because men they receive and we give. That's a bullshit.
Yeah.
That's a bullshit. If you are with your wife, if you are with your partner, if it's something serious, but on both sides, woman, man, you go to cheat, you betray.
Yeah.
That's it. Why you want to do a equation or something like that? I don't care. It's the same for me.
Well, I think it's like society will tell you that, it's like natural for men to cheat, right? Because, I've watched so many things where it's like, men can make, 365 babies in a year and a woman can only make one.
Oh, I see.
You know what I mean?
I know this stupid
and it's
guy
like,
that, yeah.
It's so stupid.
It's so stupid, the guy who said that. I remember
right,
this.
But can this man take care of 365 babies in a year?
But it's stupid because he's like, I remember he was on the podcast, I'm the man and I can make all these girls, those women hair pregnant. Okay, bro. If the woman wasn't there, you wouldn't have child, and you wouldn't even be there as well to open your mouth to say those type of things. So it's totally stupid. But like I said, for me there is no it's the woman.
But they say like the
woman
is
by the way, just to
Yeah.
say some things in this society now.
Yeah.
Men are cheating and they say that's normal because that's what they do, is their instinct in this society.
Yeah, that's how it's been. That's how it's been created to make it seem like a man who cheats is more of a man because kind of, it's a man thing to do, to cheat and to conquer. But really, it's not true. No. It's actually not true. That's like a person who's trying to prove a point to themselves. Yeah. I don't think it has anything to do with like animalistic instincts.
No, because there is animals who stay together for life.
Exactly.
So if you just want to take some example, you have some example in many animals.
Absolutely.
So the people who try to tell that, it's first because they don't know history.
Yeah.
Two, they only take the men from those society. Mm-hmm. So I mean Western society, I mean Europe, America, all those big cities and all this type. Yeah, of course, those society, yes. But if you go to see other type of human, where they live not in those society, not impacted by all those things, social media and everything.
You're talking about like humans like who live in villages who are not impacted by
who not impacted by
or like material
things. You're gonna see that they are with their wife, they are with their queen. Mm-hmm. You're gonna see that they are with them, and it means something is way more powerful than just a body or something like that. And there is a lot of things who go with. So human, they try to say that human, when they say men are like that, they say men, and they took the men of the society, he did, and they put it for all the men in the world.
But yeah, but that's because it serves the narrative. Like so when you do that, even other cultures or whatever, like everyone has kind of adopted that because it serves the man. It makes things better to excuse this type of behavior for the man. So, they're always saying, oh, women are so like emotional and they feel a lot. And, that's why when a woman cheats, oh my God, sorry guys, we live in Australia and there's a kookaburra who attacks our office. And for those of you who don't know what a kookaburra is,
check on Google.
Yeah, please do.
But this bird.
Yeah, oh my God.
Oh, shit, he's gonna come
I thought
back.
it was over. I thought nesting season was over. Anyway, you need to add like a picture of a kookaburra.
I'm gonna show you
in the editing, right? Anyway, yeah. So they say like women feel a lot more, and men are like more stoic or something. And because they say when a man has sex, with multiple women, it can mean nothing. But when a woman has sex, it means something, because of this like emotional bond apparently that a woman has to have when she has sex. And the thing is, like, I feel that is just a cop-out because both people have emotions.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, both people have emotion, and I know why. We're not gonna go into we're not gonna go too deep in this because it's a recall, but we are in the patriarchal society.
Yeah, exactly.
In history, there is matriarchal society
of course.
Before this society.
Yeah.
But those society, the patriarchal, where the man is the law.
Yeah.
Win against those societies. So that's why now they took this man for an example.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
About everything, and said that's the human.
But that's not. But that is not kind of being adopted in majority of the world.
But of course.
You know what I mean? So like when we talk about this, it fires me up a little bit because I'm like, we make so many excuses for men, but anytime a woman does something or is even honest about what she wants or needs or whatever, she's either nagging or she's being called names.
The only way to change this is to learn.
Well, yeah.
And to teach our child the real story.
This is a loaded question for Fab, so I think we're going to move on.
We're going to move on.
Yeah.
For Fab.
Well, for me too, but
Thank you.
I could talk about it for a long time. All right. How do you support your partner when they're low or feeling down about life? Such a good one. I love that somebody asked this because, you must really love that person and you want to help them. I think that's beautiful because I think a lot of people get stuck in their own heads and they're always like, oh my God, it's my fault that this, my partner's down. But I love that you've asked that because you want to support them and you're not making it about yourself.
Yeah, and what would you say? That's what I think. There was so many things was possible to do.
Absolutely.
To change the moral or to change the.
Well, you need to. I think the most important thing is positivity. That's what I think is the most important thing. I'm going to share something. Like, I know that there was a time when I felt like you maybe weren't feeling so good.
Yeah.
And I don't know if this worked or not. You can tell me. But, I just like continuously like to remind you of all of the beauty that is around you and all like the things that we should be grateful for. Because I think, look, we all have those moments, right?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, on top of it, when you try to accomplish big goals and you are still on the way of those goals, you forget to a little bit watch behind and watch what you accomplished and what you've done. Until you reach this goal, you feel like nothing's done, you didn't do nothing's work.
Yeah.
Until you accomplish those goals, and that's why sometimes if your partner cannot help you to watch the positive aspect of what you're doing, then you can be down and go down. But it's like step by step, it start there after you still doesn't see the result of some things, you try another thing, some things fail on the road and fail, and you're like, oh, all my life is failing, and at one point it's a little depression,
Yeah, it's situational.
It's a little depression who is most of the time in your head, and you don't talk about it, know, because you feel ashamed as well, because you're like, I always say that I'm gonna reach there, but I'm still there, and on top of it, I'm going down. So positivity, it's a huge one.
And gratitude.
Gratitude,
and like, I don't know where this came from for me. I don't really know, but like being grateful is a really important part of who I am. And like stopping to smell the roses is really important for me. Like, I don't want to have a life of just, being like narrow, focused on one thing, and then like waking up one day and being like, what the hell? Like, I didn't enjoy life. I actually just like worked really hard. And I really just want to have a life where I can say, okay, I did all of these things and I was able to enjoy it in the meantime. So
that's the Balkan.
Yeah. we like to enjoy. Even just like the simple things. I'm not talking about like crazy, extravagant things if you can't. If you can, yeah, sure, do that. But like just enjoying simple things, like the fact that you woke up this morning, the weather is nice, and you're able to sit down and have like a coffee and talk to your husband or your friend, or, just like really simple things. One thing that really stood out for me, and I learned this at work. They had like one of those like mindfulness courses at work. And this really stood out to me because, people talk about gratitude all the time, but they're so, it's so surface level.
Yeah.
So everyone's like, oh, I'm grateful for my family. I'm grateful for my husband. I'm grateful for my child. But it's not just about being grateful for that. It's about what went well today. And those simple things, right?
Yeah.
Like it's naming those simple things, like I just said, like, oh, I had this coffee and it made me smile. Or we went to the park and we took some beautiful photos and that was really nice.
But you know what? It's the same way when I said when you have a goal and you do it all the time and you forget that to watch behind.
Yeah.
It's the same way when you have your family. Your child already have 5, 10, I don't know. So it means 5 years, 10 years. So as they are next to you all the time, sometimes you forget to enjoy with them.
Yes.
Because they are with you all the time.
Exactly.
And you need sometimes reminders to like, yo, you have your family there.
Yeah.
Yeah, enjoy these things. Or when your child tries to tell you, oh, look. And you're like, oh, after, enjoy,
Yeah.
Time's flying.
Absolutely.
When you get old, you're gonna say, damn, I should have done more things with my daughter, with my son, with my cousin, with whatever,
Yeah.
But yeah, when your partner is down, that's a good one. You need to first, also you need to be willing to you need to be ready to do this job, to be even over how to say, over
like
positive.
Yeah,
even if you're not that much positive as usually, when you see that your partner is like that, be a little bit over. Let's do that and oh, look what thing that you've done and things like that. Say the thing that you wanted to say even before. Say to show him or show her that look, it's
things
not that
are
bad.
good. It's not that bad. And even just, I don't know if people like to journal, but gratitude journals are a really cool idea. If you should make the time. You should make the time, and you write 3 things that you're grateful for on the day that you did it. And if you don't want to write a journal, make it a routine that you and your, husband talk about at the end of the day.
I don't know.
Small wins. Some people do that.
Who wrote the journal now?
I have friends who write journals.
Damn.
Not about oh my God, today I saw a cute boy. Not like that. It's more like,
I'll take your iPad.
Yeah, whatever.
She's talking about journal, but just
come on.
Just
writing is so
I like
freeing.
I like
Thank
writing.
You.
I just don't know who do that anymore.
People do. People are going back to that stuff.
Nice.
You know what I mean?
Congrats.
So no, seriously, writing down these small wins of the day. Pick 2 or 3. I'm my small win for today was I worked out this morning and I did a really good job, and I was able to get everything done on time and cook for the family and Sinai and get everything organized so that we can do this. To me, that's a win. I didn't feel under pressure or stressed at any point. So
yeah.
That type of stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Next.
Cool. All right. So I'm gonna ask this question because this is one that we actually did a poll on Instagram and we didn't get to answer it. So I put it in here. Why? Because I know a lot of people actually wanted to hear this one. So why do men stick around after they hurt you?
Why do men stick around after they hurt you? Because they're crazy.
Do you have anything else to say?
No, generally, that's my answer for that. In generally, when they hurt you and they're still there, it's because they know what they did and they start to understand what they lost, what they are losing. Mm-hmm. That's what I feel. Because in generally, if you hurt someone that you don't care,
well, yeah, I mean,
you don't come back. You just hurt her and you go to the next one.
Okay, I get it, but I think that a lot of hurt people hurt people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I do think that sometimes men hurt you because they're hurting and they stick around because they want to be better, but they're not ready to be better. So it's they've disappointed you, but they also know they're not good enough in a sense, but they want to try. I don't think everybody has bad intentions. You know what I mean?
I mean, the question was, when a man hurts you...
Yeah, why does he stick around? Why does he want to still continue?
He hurt you.
Before.
Okay.
Yeah, so he's still around.
He's still around, but he hurt you.
Right.
So if he hurts you, there is 2 things. One, because you like someone, you love someone.
Yeah.
You know the value of someone next to you. Your last thing that you want to do is hurt this person.
That's true.
Right? Or
yeah, no.
We are okay on that.
Yeah.
So if you hurt this person, there's 2 things. Or you don't care anymore, and there is no value. You have she or he have no value for you. Or you did a mistake. You hurt this person. But also when you are without this person, you realize what you are losing.
Right.
So you're going to stick around to see if there is a possible for you to have another second chance or something like that.
Well, yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Or if they are just there to be around, just to be around, he's a crazy
but some
guy.
some people are collectors of people.
Yeah,
I know. You know
crazy
what I'm talking. You know what I'm talking about. Some people just want to know they have access.
Yeah, that's more. That's crazy.
I know that's crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy.
However, I think for the most part, you will know in your heart what the answer is out of these 2. Either they're you're a convenience for them, and you're convenient to have around and helpful to have around, or they truly do love you and have realized that they've made a huge mistake and they want to change. So it's really one or the other, but without more context, we can't really tell.
Yeah, that's what I said. There was two things. This one. So
yeah. Okay, now we got like a couple of scenario questions.
Yeah.
You ready?
Let's do this.
Guys, definitely when you're sending them through, get creative, put your scenarios through as well. Or like, I've said before, like do hypotheticals also, because I love a good hypothetical. All right. So this one, I am a person who needs physical intimacy, but my man is always tired. And when he isn't, I am not really ever satisfied. We have been together forever, and I feel bad for having these thoughts. But I don't want to sign up for a life of disappointing sex. Am I selfish? I don't want to leave him. How do I tell him that I want more?
You selfish ass. No, I'm joking. Wow. Okay, so let's how we say
You want me to read it again?
No, not read it again, but like.
Break it down. So they've been together forever.
Yeah.
Okay. They don't really have sex.
They don't really have sex.
They don't really have sex because he's too tired.
Okay.
She wants to.
Okay.
When they do, she doesn't feel good. She doesn't satisfied. She doesn't want to leave him because she loves him, but she wants more. And she's basically saying like, am I being selfish? Like, or I want more. So how do I let him know that it's not good enough?
First, you need to talk about it openly.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, this thing lead to many different things after.
Okay, but hold on. Before you start, though, when you talk openly to a man about him not pleasing you, like that's pretty scary because like ego.
Okay, that's ego. But what do you prefer? You prefer to talk to start to try to pass this fear,
Yeah.
Or you prefer to let your instinct to try to find something outside of the relation to satisfy.
Yeah.
Your because that's what those things lead to after. If you keep this too much in you have sex, you don't say anything, and after also you fake it. You go to sleep and think about another things and what you could have outside. You know what's gonna happen. So I'm like, I don't think she's selfish.
Yeah.
At all, because that's something who's inside you.
Exactly.
So you're not selfish. You just say it, but you need to say it. You need to find a way to say it to your man. Yeah.
After
you have to understand. That's the other part.
I mean, if you'd feel kind of bad saying it, like, would this work? Like, instead of saying it, just like saying like, this is what I like.
You think you can show? You think while she's doing while they are doing sex, you take the lead.
We can do that, or like talk about it after or something, or be like, oh, let's try this, or this is what I like, or can we do more of that?
But if the guy say,
oh, but he's too tired. Just,
no, I don't want.
Well,
this.
Then
that's hard, guys.
Yeah,
guys,
that's
don't do
hard.
That.
Then
don't
you
do
have
that.
to be. Then you have to be honest and be like,
don't do that, guys. Because when your woman tell you, oh, let's do this, let's do that, and you're like, oh.
Because I'm guessing this person is not even like there's a lack of intimacy, period, right? Because intimacy is not just sex. So if she's feeling dissatisfied in sex, that also means that there's no like intimacy when it comes to like physical touch or cuddling. Like there's obviously a scarcity of all of that. You know what I mean? So it's like all of those things have to improve. So definitely, if he's constantly rejecting you, that can lead to a lot of other things that are bad for the relationship.
The dark side.
The dark side, sure. Yeah. So you need to let him know before you seek satisfaction somewhere else.
Yeah.
And you know what? Listen, sometimes you got to crush the ego a little bit for the men because you know what? Sometimes men need to humble themselves and realize what exactly they're losing.
If he truly care,
exactly, he'll make it work.
He'll make it work.
This is so true.
And the next sex will be amazing.
Yes, yeah.
That's how it should be.
Exactly.
That's how it should be. Because if he just about the time, or if it's too short, or if it's just about that, you can work on it.
Exactly.
You can work on it easily by when your woman tell you that. Okay.
I mean, what man doesn't want to prove himself in that field? Like, come on.
Yeah, and also don't give him any reason to be tired as well after work or something like that. Like that, he don't have any excuse as well. You know what I mean?
All right, that was a good one. Yeah. Thank you for the scenario. It's another scenario one. Okay, until what age should my daughter sleep with us? She's 3 years old and she refuses to sleep alone. My family keeps telling me it's not normal and we're spoiling her. Okay, for me.
She's 3 years old?
Yeah. I don't know. I think that obviously your daughter doesn't want to sleep alone because she's scared of something. I don't think it...
If she's scared of something. If she's scared, because sometimes she just don't want to stay there because she used to it.
Well, that's true too. You know what I read? Actually, the other day, I read that Native Americans, who were basically, I guess, some of the best warriors of that time, Native Americans used to cuddle their children and sleep with them until their kids were 7 years old. And apparently 7 years old is like this transformational age, right? So from birth to 7, they're taking in all of the energy, all of the knowledge, all of the love. And that energy exchange is really important. And they didn't let their children cry because they didn't want their children to be sad. But those children were not spoiled.
No. There's a difference.
There is exactly like
there
is a difference because there's also a difference where when your kid cries in your arms and when it cries by themselves. You know? I don't think you can spoil your kids with love. I think you can spoil them with material things.
Yeah.
And honestly, if it's impacting your relationship with your husband, find another way to make that happen. I'm sure you have another room. You know what I mean? Like your kid, this is my opinion. Before I wasn't like this. Fab knows. I was very, very Balkan. And I would be like, I don't know why people do this. Just tell your kid to go in the other room. But like now that I'm a mom.
I always want to cuddle with my daughter. So I don't mind that she sleep there. But we find the way to, at the same time, don't lose
our
intimacy.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Because a lot of people, and we hear that as well, a lot of people lose their intimacy when they have a child.
Yeah.
Go to sleep there, I sleep there. Me, negative. I cannot even sleep when she's not next to me.
Yeah, same.
So that's how crazy it is.
I know some people will say that's, for some people that's too much, and that's fine. Everybody's different, but I definitely think prioritize you and your husband's relationship because you guys were there together before you created a baby.
Yeah.
But also just know that your baby's only going to be 3 once. And what if she sleeps with you?
3 is nothing.
I mean,
it's not like she's taking the place in the bed,
exactly.
Like all the place. it depends what size is your bed.
Our baby's already kicking the crap out of me, but that's okay.
That's not.
I'll take it.
Yeah.
So look, just don't focus on what your family's saying.
Also.
And don't focus on what other people say. Do what works for you, for your partner. Have that conversation. And honestly, be grateful that your baby wants to stay with you.
How many people gonna tell you, my child sleep in their bedroom and things like that? But that's fake. Because when they cry and when they go, they do the same. They just don't tell you. So don't listen to people.
Exactly.
Do the things that you think is good for you. Easy.
Yep.
Next.
I think that's the last one, babe. Oh, wait, no. Second last.
Okay.
All right. My partner lost his job 6 months ago, and I've been paying for everything since then, apart from his car note. He keeps looking for jobs, but hasn't found one. I'm really struggling because he doesn't even want to do home stuff. He just acts depressed, like he's too busy applying. Sorry, I don't mean to laugh. He refuses to drive an Uber or do any work in the meantime. Any advice would be appreciated.
There's two sides on this question. He doesn't find job because of what? His expectations are too big?
Right.
Because at the same time, you say that he don't want to work like Uber or things like that. So I feel like in this question, she describes someone who have a certain type of job in his mind.
Yeah.
And if it's not those job, he won't do nothing.
Yeah.
And that's the problem for me. Because if you are in the urgence, if you need to do some things and you need to help your wife, then you take the job, you take the things that you have at first,
Yeah.
You can try to have your own job and things like that, But while you do that, while you apply for some things, you do other things. In this society now, we like she said, you can do Uber and work for yourself as well. Yourself, even if they fucking take tax on you, You can work for yourself and have some things to come in.
Yeah.
So that means like it's annoying. This part is annoying. I have something in my eye. My God. Damn it.
You okay?
It's because of you.
Yeah, look, I definitely, like, as you're talking, I'm like, women are attracted to character. And the character trait here is what I'm seeing is like, this person doesn't want to do what's necessary. And this person is lazy. And this person's ungrateful. And women want somebody who's gonna be the person that they can respect. And how do you respect somebody who isn't gonna do whatever it takes for their family?
Oh, yeah.
And who can watch their partner suffer and struggle? I'm sorry. You need to put your foot down. You either need to stop paying for everything.
Yeah.
And like just let him fail.
Let him fail. Let him show him that all the value that you bring like that. If you are paying for his things, if you are paying for his, I don't know, soccer or all these things, or if you are paying for this type of thing, you cut it.
Exactly.
You cut it and you say, that's finished.
Exactly.
You want to do this? Go apply for Uber. It's on the app. It's easy.
Exactly.
And start to pay for it.
And honestly, like, if it comes down to it, you need to let that man know he needs to humble himself because you can look for a job and work at the same time.
Yeah.
People have done it before. Look, all the stuff that's going on around this world, all the bad stuff, people, and all over the world struggling for their lives. And this man, he's out here, doesn't want to do Uber Eats when he can. Or Uber or whatever.
Uber or whatever. I mean, you have so many things that you can do. It's like, no, like now, on top of it, your wife is bringing money. So that means like you have time to do it. So no, there was no excuses.
Right. And you're not even like cleaning.
Yeah.
She said he's not doing anything
She's not doing anything as well.
So it's like, bruh, like.
I would say kick this guy out. But I'm take your time.
Like it depends. Okay, sorry, we're talking too much trash about your man, but
that's okay. I mean, I will give you solution.
Right.
So take the first one.
Yeah.
And if this one doesn't work,
you gotta keep. Yeah.
Because you're not gonna go down. You're not gonna let someone bring you down when you try to take them out. It's not possible. So if they don't want as well to meet you on top, cut the.
Yeah.
Cut it.
Hope that helps. Let us know. Yeah, that's another thing, guys. Like with these answers and stuff, let us know. Like, are they good? Yeah. You can put it in the same link in the responses. Tell us your thoughts. If you have like additional things you want to ask on top of your question based on our answers, please feel free.
Yeah.
Okay, this now is the final question of today. Oh wow, I lost it. Okay, how did you guys know you were compatible? You seem very comfortable with each other. Oh, save the best for last.
How do we know we are compatible? We didn't know. We feel it.
Facts.
That's different.
Yeah.
We feel it. I feel it in the nightclub when I saw.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay.
No. When I first I knew it physically. She was my type because at first there is the physical aspect who play. Not all the time, but for me that's how it was. And I think you can also confirm that when we meet each other, because we meet in the nightclub, we had a so deep discussion. It wasn't
really
normal to have this discussion with someone that you don't even know, and you just meet like that, and you talk like just to tell you, for the context, I came with my friend the last day of the last day of the no, the last day before the first lockdown in Australia,
Yeah.
and we were there. Our friends, she had her friends. I had my friends there as well. When we see each other, take a drink, sit there, and start to talk, they left.
Everybody left.
Everybody
we didn't
left.
even realize.
The people from the nightclub told us, sorry, we are closing. And we were like, what? Already? Damn. We are talking. And I can tell you that she went back home.
Not with him.
Not with me. That's what I said. She went back to her place, you know? And
he was like, come over. We'll just have a chat.
Yeah.
We'll just have a chat. I was like, yeah, whatever.
Just a chat.
Stop trying to trap me.
Man, what are you talking about? Me? Yeah, that's the beginning of the feeling that there were some things, you know. It's not like we finished this night and we were like, oh, let's be together. No, it took 2 years for us to be together. Yeah. But the feeling was going step by step on the top of the roof.
It was definitely progressing. And I think it was, as we, obviously, like Fab said, like physically, I'm picturing it right now. Like when he walked into the club, I saw him. I just saw his like profile, and it was like, you know, like in the cartoons, it's like, I was like, who is this? Who is this?
Damn.
Because you're like my dream. And I didn't know you were gonna be like that on the inside too.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think the energy was super good. Because you're a very easy to talk to person. You're also very chill. You're very kind. But you're also very mean. And I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. So I think for me, I was already feeling all the things. I'm like, wow, I've never experienced that before. And as we started to like hang out on a friendship level and talk, it was never boring.
Yeah, things, you know, when you talk to someone, when you go to see, when you meet someone and after you meet again, there is no white
noise. Like you mean like there's no like a silent.
Yeah, there is no silent. There is no weird moment or you don't know what to say. You know, it's always a discussion normal. Like you know each other since 10 years, and that's the feeling. That's how you know that you are compatible. You know, of course, I would say, in a relationship and couple level of the compatibility, there is some things who count. It's when you start to, that's the next step. That's the next step. It's when you start to be together and 24/7.
That's true, yeah.
Because when you meet someone and you are flirting, then you go back home, or I go back home, and we see each other 1-2 times a week, you know, it's not enough to know if you are fully compatible.
Yeah, of course.
Because when you come to me or when I come to you, I'm on my best behavior.
So
we are on the best
he would always clean his whole place.
Yeah, for example, the whole place, I clean everything's clean, you know, all these things, you know. And you know, sometimes you're in the week, you have dishes, things like that. You don't do it every day, you know, or you have your way of living that your
single way of living.
You're gonna put on the side when you meet your flirt at the beginning. flirt. I mean, what you said?
I don't know. I don't know if you call it a flirt.
Okay,
That's cute, though. When you meet
your maybe new partner, if you want. Maybe
your potential,
yeah, if you want to say correctly. But when you start to live together 24/7, then you're gonna start to have some trait that you maybe didn't knew before, and that maybe doesn't go with you at all.
Yeah.
Even if you were compatible in other type of things, you know.
Yeah.
It did never happen to us.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know how. Like, how did we know we were compatible? I think for me, what was really, really important was how we argue. That was very important to me because you allow me to express myself. You don't make me feel bad for expressing myself.
Contrary.
And when I say allow, I just mean like you're not like getting like heated or
I'm not like don't talk.
Right. And like you don't like walk away or like ignore, like a lot of people do stuff like that. They argue in a very toxic way. And so I feel like that part was one of my parts, like when I had the revelation that we were so compatible, because I could say it to you straight, you'll take it or you won't. And that's what I love about you, is the fact that when I'm wrong, you will be like, yo, relax, you are wrong. And obviously not in that way, but you do it. And I'll be like, oh, okay, actually you're right. But when I'm right, you also take it on the chin and you keep it moving. You're like, oh, okay, you know what? I'm going to think about that. So it's very respectful.
Yeah. And we don't swear.
Right.
When we can play and swear like we are
exactly.
playing.
Yeah.
But we don't swear when we arguing. Things that it will never happen, because when you start to do that, it's about respect. It's about loyalty. We don't play on these type of things. There is boundaries that we never crossed, even before to set them. We didn't have to set the things. It was natural.
It's because we have respect for each other.
Exactly. It was natural.
Yes.
Those boundaries was there at the beginning.
Exactly.
We didn't even talk about this. It was natural to don't swear, don't do this type of things. It was and that's how you feel that's how you see and you feel the compatibility as well in those moments, like you said, in those arguing moments. Because of course, when everything's okay at the beginning, when you just meet each other, you know how easy. You had sex every day, you do all these type of things. I mean, you know how easy at the beginning of the relation. I mean, I talk about
everybody.
We talk real, and that everything's beautiful until you start to have the first argue, until you start to have the first trait that you don't like, and you start to say, oh, I don't like this, until you have all these things. It's when you know that you are compatible or not.
Exactly.
Because at the beginning, everyone are compatible.
For the most part.
You think you're compatible.
You would hope so, because you don't want to start a relation on a bad note.
Yeah.
But I think the last thing that I want to say about this question, I love this question. I love this question, is that, Fab keeps talking about how we didn't have to talk about it, how it was just natural. And he's exactly right. Like, relationships and love should not be hard. Everyone's like, oh, love is hard. Relationships is hard. It's actually not. You know why it's hard? When only one person's working at it. But when both people are fully committed and working at it, it's not that hard. It's actually like, it makes your life easier. Not the contrary. So keep that in mind. Like, I think that's another reason why we knew we were compatible, because
our life was easier.
It's easier. We're best friends.
Yeah.
And like you said, we have so many unspoken things that kind of guide our relationship. So just remember that love shouldn't be too hard. You're going to have hard times.
Yeah.
That's for sure. You're going to have arguments, but it shouldn't actually be hard.
You should feel that your life became easier since you met this person.
Exactly.
Not the contrary at all.
So there we go. And that is a wrap on our very first episode of season 2.
It was cool.
It was. It
was cool. I hope you like it. I hope you like it. Let us know. I can't wait to release this.
Me too.
To see what you think about it, because I feel like as well it was funny. and it was fun. It was fun to do. Yeah. And also I feel like more we're gonna have time, it's gonna be easier as well, and the question gonna be even better.
Send us some juicy questions. We loved it.
We
loved it, and give us details, because we love a good scenario.
Okay, guys,
all right,
I need to see my daughter.
Absolutely. But before you go, don't forget, subscribe, follow us on Instagram, on TikTok, YouTube, DM us, comment, send us questions in the bio and below this video as well. You got the link. Completely anonymous. We want to hear from you.
Exactly, because you know what? We are here to stay.
Relate right.
Relate right.